Hello everybody, just got the sage lit here. So we have something so special today. Today we have Pardis. So this is going to be pretty damn exciting. So there she is. Let me just go on here. There she is. Perfect. And I'm just putting lots of sage everywhere. And so it should pull her up right now. Hello, darling.
Hi.
We did it.
It worked.
Yeah.
I have so many issues with technology, so I'm glad it worked. Let me just get my phone set up. Sorry.
Yeah, do.
Okay.
I'm saging. So
Okay.
we're all good over here. Yeah. My dog likes to be saged, don't you? And then
yeah.
like the Palo Santo. So yes, so we need to take a moment to admire each other's hair, my angels.
I know.
Because anyone that doesn't know, Pardis went pink 2 days ago.
Yes.
Hello, Sylvia.
Can you see it? Oh.
Yeah, no, so let's have a good look. I want to admire your hair fully. Yeah.
Can you see it?
Oh, it's like a rose gold. Oh, and hello,
Yeah,
Sasha. I've got all the crews here today. Everyone's tuning in for this.
Yay. Awesome,
And,
guys.
I redid my color just yesterday, so you guys can see I'm purple fading into coral and pink and green.
I love it.
It's all happening here, and I was playing with my makeup as well, so I've got kind of like the matching eyeshadow.
I love it. This is where we connect. This is where we connect.
Yeah, we're just having fun. I mean, this is, I think somebody forgot that being an adult is meant to be fun. Everyone thinks when you're a child that it's fun. You know what I mean? Oh, is that Jessamine? Oh, hello, Jessamine too. Yeah, you know, everyone forgot. You know, it's like everyone's so serious. Like, so that's why I guess what me and Pardis are showing is that, me and Pardis are showing is that, you know, as an adult, you can have fun. Like we're over here being silly, dyeing our hair.
Yeah. And I always joke that I live like a Benjamin Button kind of life. I feel like I was the adult, like at 5 years old, 6 years old, and now the actual child is coming out to play. And especially being in like, you know, corporate America for a while, like you can't do the fun, silly things while you're going to a corporate, you know, work. So for me, it's been freeing to be able to do the things I've wanted to since childhood, which, you know, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Absolutely. So two things. One, I'm interested to see how you sound if you let go of that speaker, to see if it's still, so you can just, if you let go.
Okay. Can you hear me if I let go?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the second thing was you just talked about Benjamin Button. I have to show you my T-shirt, everybody. So it's Tinkerbell, and it says, "I'm so fly, I never land."
Oh, I love that. I love that. So true.
Yes.
So true.
What's that? Paradise found, camera down, Empress camera up. So I need to go up a little. Is that hopefully that's better?
Is that okay? I don't use my cell phone. I usually use my laptop. So let me see if I could get this set up a little bit better.
I mean, you don't look bad to me. Hello, Belinda.
Okay.
You don't look bad to me. She's saying it's perfect, so you don't need to do too much else.
Okay.
Like whatever she said, we've done it. We've done it. Good vibes only on the wall there.
Okay.
Oh, good. So,
awesome.
We don't even know where to start, do we? We have so much to say. We have to tell everybody that myself and Pardis literally like fell in love only a few days ago. When we did, it was like, oh my God, you're me, I'm you, but we're different. But like, it's
totally
such a blessing. You take over. You tell them what it is.
Yeah. Well, it's been like match made in heaven. So it's just been so refreshing, as I'm sure they know, to find someone on the twin flame journey who you could speak to, who totally gets you, gets this journey, gets all the fun, you know, magical stuff going. So I was blessed that our angels connected us, but it was just perfect timing. And I won't get into our matching spirit guides, and like we connect on everything. Like what you said, we have different journeys, different backgrounds, but like just so many synchronicities and coming together. So it's been a huge blessing.
Yeah, it's been so fun.
And not only that, I'll tell you guys this, because my clients know, my friends know, when I go into hermit, like namaste mode, like nothing can bring me out. So for this to happen, it was huge. So I'm glad she reached out when she did. And I was like, for us to come and give back to the collective, it's perfect timing and huge. So I appreciate you bringing me out of my shell too.
Yeah, my angels are quite bossy, you know. So
yes.
The thing is, we reached out to Pardis a couple of weeks ago, and she was in her namaste. And then I came across her page again, because the first time I saw her page, I was like, oh, this is the girl I've been looking for. This is her. This is her. Yeah. And I was like, my angels feel that your energy is refreshing. And that's the word that we keep using now. She finds me so refreshing. It's like I can talk to her and I don't need anything. She'll give me advice and I'm like, yeah. My angels told me in September. Like, you know, it's like, I don't need anything.
I love it.
And so the thing is, it's just been so much fun. And, you know, and so what happened was I saw her Instagram a second time and my angels were like, go on, try again. So I was like, honey, we need to hear your voice.
Thanks.
So she was like, you're right, let's chat tomorrow.
Totally. And it was nice because Amelia knows, and some of my followers and clients know, I had a YouTube page for almost a year, which I guided, you know, in September of 2019 to kind of shut down. So I've missed connecting live and stuff. I just haven't felt the call to get back on. So it was what you said, perfect magic timing. So being back on to like connect with you and the collective is going to be amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't know how we're all going to fit this all in, guys. Like we've got so much for you.
Yeah.
Should we give them, let's give them a breakdown of the itinerary. So we literally have like an hour. And at the end, I'm going to lead a meditation that is going to be to do with manifestation and taking the leap in life. So that's at the end. So when we got about 15 minutes left, I'm to keep an eye on the time, I will go into that. The first thing we're going to do is Pardis is going to do a collective energy read. And then we are, oh my gosh, honey, I got a bunch of questions, but I haven't written them down. People have sent me questions and they've probably sent you questions. Have you got yours written down?
Yeah, I have a few written down that I can go.
I might have to like skip to the thingy that shows me them. I took pictures, or actually, yeah, I took pictures. I wonder if, what should I do, Dunny? Tell me what to do. I've got pictures of them, but they're in my phone, of the questions the girls asked.
Well, do you want me, while I do the weekly collective read, can you bounce off and get them while I do that? Will you lose me?
Let's see. I'm going to pop back. I'm going to be 2 seconds, because there's only a couple. Okay. I'll be able to remember them. Remember them. Okay, I don't know what happened. Was it still working?
I'm here. I think it stopped, but I was moving.
Okay, so basically it's a lot of things to do with, like, you know, the separation, 5D, 3D, and how to, you know, be at peace with regards to when your DM is in a marriage. Mainly it was about separation and the timing and the 3D versus 5D. So that's the main stuff.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. Well, do you want me to do the weekly, just what's the energy read for the week that I pulled?
I think so. I think that's a great way for us to start. We just dive straight in.
Awesome. Okay. Well, so those who followed me on my Instagram page know that I would do a daily message, like today's message. And what I would do is I'd pull cards for the collective and then just, you know, channel the message there. So before I hopped on here, I pulled the cards already. So basically, you guys, this week, they're really guiding you to ask yourself how busy you really are. So you know how we say sometimes I'm so busy, I have no time in the day, I have no energy, I'm always doing this, that. They're really asking you to get honest with yourself and see like where you're losing those gaps of time, or are you, you know, maybe saying you're busy and you're not. So they really want you to spend this week hone it in, really ask yourself what tasks need to stay on your plate, what tasks you need to take off. So a lot of you are being guided to take next level steps with your life purpose, passions. That's what they're asking you to do this week. They're also asking you to really bring out your unique gifts and qualities. And if you don't know what those are, either seek, guidance or support, or ask your angels, connect with your angels. And they're really wanting you guys to work on your self-confidence. And you guys know, when you work with the universe, your angels, they're saying rely on that confidence for now while you build up your own self-confidence. But again, it's that give it to, God, universe, your angels right now. The last piece of it was socialize and join in. So high five to those who joined in. The collective message is that too. So if you, yay! So totally. So just know you're on the right path. And if it's not with this, find something that aligns with your passions, sign up for it, go to it, get your passions activated again, and truly knock off the things off your plate that don't need to be there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Something that came through as you were saying that was also, don't throw the baby out with the bath water. So what they meant with that was that a lot of girls are making a lot of changes. So do make drastic changes. Do, like, if you're going to clear out your closet, if you're going to move house, do big moves. We're not saying in any way don't make big moves, but have a little think, because occasionally, like say for example, I did this myself. I did a clothing sort out in like 2010, and I went a bit too far. I had like a Max Mara that I fought Kate Moss for, and it was a Max Mara green velvet jacket that matched my eyes, and I sold it to a friend. I was just having this clear out, and I still think of it now, my Max Mara. So what I'm saying is, let's make sure that your ego doesn't make you see, when your higher self says, right, let's clear it all out, let's freshen up the air, let's do all new things. Just make sure you're aware of the few things that you do need to keep that are precious, because what will happen is your ego might jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. You're clearing things away. If I manage to succeed in convincing you to put this and this in the trash, then you're going to be sad, and I get fed as the ego, because I get fed on negative emotions. So if you feel sad or regret, that feeds the ego. So this is something, so I don't mean to confuse them with that, and I almost want to go back to you to get your interpretation on that, but I did get that very clearly when you were speaking. They said, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Make sure you don't do yourself harm when you do this. Don't go extreme. Does that make sense?
Totally. And for me, like in my situation, similar to you, what I do is I check in with my heart. It's like that Marie Kondo thing. Like, if it doesn't bring me joy, whether it's a job to close to whatever it is, if it doesn't bring me joy, I'm done with it. If I'm on the fence with it, I sleep on it for a week. Like what Amelia said, I even, ask my angels for a sign, like to her point, get over, is it ego or heart? So if there's ever a decision, whether it's closed to messaging someone, to ending a friendship, whatever it is, sleep on it for 24, 48 hours at minimum, like to a week, until your heart is like, this is clear. Like Amelia knows, I light up like a Christmas tree when I'm like, freedom, like, I know when it's my intuition versus fear.
Yes, and that's the thing. That's been the word for us too this week, has been freedom and frequency. How your frequency and freedom are really, really connected. And the thing is that with this baby out with the bathwater thing as well, they're also saying that it's like, just be very mindful whether something is, whether you're holding on to something through love or fear. So me and my Max Mara in 2010, I was holding on to that out of love, and I upset myself by giving it away. I sold it for £20 to my gorgeous friend Jessica. I mean, and to this day, she's still enjoying the jacket. I fought Kate Moss for it, that's my point, is just don't go too far. Be able to watch yourself when you're possibly going too far, where it's actually going to hurt you. And then at the same time, where are you holding on to things just because, like, a lot of time people hold on to friendships because that friend needs them. You have to think of you. You have to be like, yes, but do I need it? You know? And a technique, just to touch on that, a technique
let my clients know is really when it comes to people, maybe it's really like when your intuition, your body is your intuition. It's like hot and cold. That's all it is. So imagine if you had your phone right now and someone, whoever you can think of, called you on the phone, and if you get excited, like lit up to like pick up the phone or talk to them, that's your intuition being like, yes, you're aligned, connect with them. But if you're like, oh, I don't want to pick up, like it doesn't matter if it's your mom or your cousin or a friend, if you're like, that just means you're no longer aligned with them. So use your body just to gauge it for now.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And June loves it too. June is one of my clients who is also and she's going to jump in and replace Gautam tomorrow, because Gautam, my astrology guru, he has to teach at a university tomorrow night. And so I've asked June to jump in, and we're going to talk about healing toxic relationships. So
awesome. Okay.
Oh, exciting.
Awesome. Well, let's start with your questions. Do you want to do those, or or do you want me to jump into mine?
I think well, we'll do a summary on the ones of what I got, because they were kind of similar, and then we could go into yours if you like, because I think it's a lot of the typical questions you're used to receiving as a twin flame reader, you know. So it was basically again, going from memory, it was how to be able to cope if your twin is in a marriage was the first one, and then the others were a lot to do with like, how do you manage the difference between the timing in 3D and in 5D? And then the final one was just coping with separation. So again, these are all just the walk in the park of what you hear every day. Yeah.
So let me just make a note. Okay, 3D, 5D. Okay, so yeah, you guys, for when your twin flame is in a relationship, whether they're in a relationship, dating someone, married to someone, yes, that's difficult. So one, do not numb over the emotions that come up for you of like, whatever it is. I don't want to put thoughts in your head of like, oh, they'll never be with me. They don't want to be with me. Like, those are just the childhood wounds that are coming up for you to clear. So don't numb over them, number one. So you really want to face whatever is coming up. And what I let my clients know is really, I call it a rage letter, or like you could call it an emotion letter, whatever you want to call it. But when you think of your twin flame with someone else, get a pen and paper, whatever comes up for you, if you're pissed, sad, mad, emotional, get it all out on paper. However many pages it is, because it's just stuck energy, and this is emotions are just stuck energy, and you need to get them out of you. And again, they stem from your past. Your twin is just really just bringing it present day, triggering you. So once you do that, like, get all of it out, tear it up, burn it, whatever you need to do, get the negative energy and emotion out of you. When you're kind of at a neutral place, maybe pick 3 things to get to the positive side that you love about your twin flame. If not about your twin flame, about yourself or about your life in general, so that you can end it on a positive note. And then really go take a walk outside, take a shower to just clear and calm your energy. Listen to music. Number 1, that's what it is. Do not suppress, band-aid over, or ignore. Yeah, don't ignore that. So that happens to all of us, whether your twin flame's in a relationship or not. If they're like cities or states away, do the same process. The other thing is, you guys, when they're in a relationship with someone else, you have to, what I always tell them, they're a reflection of you. So you have to look, what is that thread that connects to your life? What relationship that's maybe not loving are you in? And it's not always a mirror match in the sense that they're married to someone, you're married to someone, they're dating someone, you're dating someone. It could mean that they're married to someone that they're not in love with. It's maybe a codependency that they're trying to clear. Where's that codependent relationship in your life?
And like, it could be a job, couldn't it?
That's what I was just going to say. Yeah. Exactly. So it could be a job that you're stuck to because you're like, well, I need the money. I don't love this job. I need the money. Or it could be, let's say, with parents or family. You have an unhealthy, maybe toxic relationship with a parent, but you're like, well, they're my mom or they're my dad. I have to do this. I have to do that. But it's coming from obligation, guilt, versus like, I love doing this for them. So it's healing those bonds. So what I always tell clients is bring the focus back on your life, because you can't control or change your twin flame and their situation. But when you take control of your life and leave a job you don't love, or if you are in a relationship with someone else that you don't are no longer in love with, disconnect from that. If you're just dating someone on the side, disconnect from that. Because what ends up happening is when you take those moves and shifts, that clears the way for your twin flame, and it'll start showing up for them. So unfortunately, in the 3D, it looks like you may be doing a lot of the action and leading first, but they're leading sometimes in the 5D when you have to lead in the 3D. Sometimes you're leading in the 5D and they lead in the 3D. So don't think of it like, why do I have to do it first? Do it.
Absolutely. My angel said something about watch where the brakes get put on. And I think what they meant by that was that let's imagine that
Spellbound. Sorry.
there's something that, you know, imagine there's something that you know you need to get rid of. Let's go back to the job thing. So let's imagine there's a lady that's a really successful banker and she really wants to open a sanctuary for horses, okay, but she just hasn't done it. And so what happens is when someone says to her, why don't you just do it? And she feels these brakes come on. Do you guys understand what I mean by that feeling? In your stomach, you like kind of panic. You're like, no, but I can't. It's like a stomach feeling, and they're showing it like a brake. It's like a resistance. It's hard resistance. Yeah. When hard resistance comes up, it's time to actually acknowledge it. Even write down what that is that you're getting the resistance on, because then it's time for you to look at it from all different angles. Because the fact is it may well be that you've just got a program or a pattern that you were always playing, that was like, maybe it was your dad instilled in you that you have to have 100K in the bank, otherwise you can't do anything, or whatever it is, or you must use your education that costs a lot of money, or whatever this thing is. Yeah. But notice where you feel a brake, like a brake, and they mean a brake like in a car when you put your foot on the brake and it's like, and so that's what they were saying, just to turn around and acknowledge what things do you feel triggered when someone suggests you do it, or when you even suggest to yourself you do it. Where do you feel that in your stomach? Yeah. And that to your point, I call it fear, and it doesn't matter what term we use, it's that same feeling. And what I tell clients is obviously intuition is opposite from fear. So what happens is, let's say someone gives you that idea or situation that Amelia said, and you're like, you get really excited, and then 2 seconds later you're like, oh, what she said, oh no, I can't afford it, I can't leave this job, da da da. So the first thing that came through was, again, you light up for 2 seconds because you're like, that would be amazing. And then the fear sets in 2 seconds later, and you're like, but I can't because of this, that'll never happen. I can never do that. No, da, da, da. So that's why, again, time in solitude, quieting your mind so that you can hear that voice of the brake or the fear is so important, because you'll learn to distinguish it from your heart and intuition. So, and a lot of my clients will ask, well, how do you hear your intuition? How do you know? It's spending that time, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, just quieting your mind. And again, it's heart-based, what lights you up versus freaks you out. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, you know, obviously this is when, if you want to do it quickly, it is best to seek out help, you know, and there is help available. And it's straight away something else that came up, so I felt like it was appropriate time for you to mention your twin series that you're going to have a limited amount of time for people that are posting questions like what's a karmic and things like that. Yes. You know, for people that need the sort of beginner and intermediate, you know, information for the journey, we have something for you that was done by Pardis that we want to let you know about. Yeah, thank you for that. So you guys, if any of you guys followed me from the beginning when I had my YouTube channel, it was called Paradise and Love 1111. It was a twin flame channel, and then I had created 10 videos I called episodes for those basic questions of like, what is a twin flame? What is a karmic? What do you do when you're in separation from your twin flame? Like, what else? Like, how to be in union. I forgot the other episode titles, but basically that goes over all these things of explaining what it means when you're physically apart and what you need to focus on, what it means when your twin flame is dating someone else. Also, let's see, how to explain to friends and family what twin flames are. How to explain to your twin flame what twin flames are, because some people have trouble with that. But on this journey, you guys, I always say you have to come out of the twin flame closet. However you want to word it, but you have to speak your authentic truth, not only to family and friends, but to your twin flame as well. So it's on my Etsy page. It's 10 episodes. It totals to 1 hour and 50 minutes in time.
And it covers almost like every one of these questions that have been popping up that we're discussing.
Yeah. And so what we'll do is I'll put a post up on the Empress Evolution page after this, giving you the link so you can find it all on Etsy. And also, you know, guys, any of you that want to find out how you can really get into your intuition, how you can get rid of the noise that's coming from ego, and then be able to really hear the higher self, the intuition, that is what I specialize in. You know, that's literally what I do. So you can book a free call with myself or one of my coaches, and we will literally guide you through a plan of how you can get there. And then if you decide to work with us, you can, and if you don't, it's fine too. We're still going to give you great advice.
Amelia, I think your biggest thing is the forgiveness thing, because that is huge on this journey, and you specialize in that. And let me tell you, like self-love and forgiveness are huge and will come up like multiple times. So you've mastered that. That needs to happen. Yeah.
And that's huge. The thing, you know, I was talking to a gorgeous lady today, absolutely lovely, and she's really invested so much time and effort and money into herself. And when I hear of some of the techniques that are being used by other coaches to try and get you to the end, you know, get you to your healing, they're not going to do it, guys. Like, so, you know, it does take effort, and you do need to go to an expert that's done it. And that's why I say, do your research, you know, and if not myself, you know, watch the testimonials, do the research on their website. You know, if you go on my website, you'll see testimonials from all my clients. Like, do your research and find someone that has a higher vibration than you, and someone who is where you want to be. That is the key. It's like, again, you know, Pardis was a lawyer. It's like, in wanting to be a lawyer, her mentor needed to be a lawyer. So if her mentor was a lady that worked at Kroger, that wasn't going to be as helpful. And that's the reality. There's a lot of Kroger people that work at Kroger pretending to be lawyers. Does that make sense? That's kind of how this works. So you can see it, you can feel it. Go with your feeling. God actually told me that he put a clarion call out. So all of the advanced being drawn to me, and that's why they are here now. A lot of the girls are watching. A lot of the girls are clients already that are on here.
And I want to touch on that, because a lot of people ask, like, I'm similar to you. Like, when I find out about something, I'm like accelerated mode, boot camp mode. I want to know everything about it, how to self-improve, self-heal. So when I found out about the twin flame journey, there was nothing and no one that could stop me from like this growth. So definitely seek out folks, to your point, who trust you, resonate with their energy. And I think what was huge for me, because, you know, in the beginning, we all get guided to twin flame websites even, or YouTube channels, this and that. You guys also make sure you're balancing that out. What I say, like, maybe take a few days off, even like a week off from social media, whether it's YouTube or Instagram. And when I had my YouTube, I'd be like, get off my channel, like get off for a little bit so that you can hear your voice and what you need. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, absolutely. And also do a cleanup of your social media, because, you know, my social media, if I don't see things that are beautiful and love, I unfollow them. I don't follow anyone that isn't giving off beautiful energy and love. I want to scroll through and see sunsets and kittens and smiley faces and children and babies and paradise and, you know, I just want to see good shit. Like, so think about that, guys, as well. Be really, really careful. I think this is where we go on to, like, how, because we're going to do this, guys, just so you know, this is going to be a serious hardcore series. We're going to put you through a boot camp so that we're trying to get everyone as healed and in such a good, strong place as possible. And we're going to do this all the way through the rest of February until the end of March. So you're going to want to make sure you catch this every week, because this is serious, you know. I mean, I think anybody can tell you, myself and Pardis, we do know what we're talking about, and we really, really love you. We really want to make and to make sure they submit any questions to you as well, like what they want us to cover. But I do want to cover that 3D, 5D question too. So I think you were saying the lag in time. So you guys, you can manifest anything within seconds. The reason why you can't easily sometimes, let's say with money or your twin flame, is because we have those breaks that Amelia was talking about. We have more resistance that we built up, you know, over the years. Like, I'm 38 now, but imagine 38 years of thinking one way, maybe negatively or whatever it was. I can't wake up tomorrow and be like, yay, you know what I mean? So it takes a minute
for the twin flame union sometimes to show up, because you have to clear out those emotional blocks. And what those emotional blocks are, you thinking, I'm not good enough. My twin will never want to be with me. It won't happen. Is this really a real journey? Is this really my twin flame? Oh no, those thoughts are what is putting those breaks between you and your union. So the fastest way to speed up, so people always ask divine timing, divine timing. You are divine timing. Your energy is divine timing. So the more you focus on quieting your mind, spending time in solitude, clearing your energy, like Amelia said, shifting those negative thoughts to positive thoughts, that is what speeds up your journey. Putting those boundaries in with friends or toxic relationships or toxic jobs, leaving toxic situations, that also speeds up your timeline with your twin. So don't ever think it's out of your hands. It's all in your control. So with me, every time I made, and it doesn't mean you have to be perfectly perfect, you have to be healed, none of that, you guys. I would make one little shift in my life, whether it was, I'm going to leave my attorney career. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I opened myself up to the universe and my angels and God to be like, help me get out of this situation. By just doing that, I would hear from my twin flame, or I'd be guided to see him. Do you know what I mean? So it's just the conscious choice and commitment to make these changes that speed up the changes in the 3D. But during that time, make sure you're connecting with your twin flame in the 5D and build that love and connection there and keep that as positive as possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. The only thing that I got from my angels that they wanted to add was something that it sounds a bit contradictory to start with. It says, create your nest. But what they meant when they said create your nest was that if you picture everyone here that has a DM, picture in the future you're with your DM. Now I want you to think of the nest that you're bringing that DM into. Mm-hmm. Is this the house you want to bring him into? Have you got the career? If you got the career that you want to bring him into, have you got the wardrobe you want to bring him into? Mm-hmm. Do you have the clean sheets you want to bring him into? Do you have the flowers in your garden you want to bring him into? Do you have the mood swings that you do not want around him anymore? Do you understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, when they're saying create the nest, they don't mean literally like go and start buying bananas and things for him to eat. If you're going to buy them, then for you. But to create the life that has the vibrational match for it, because so many women are just trying to be in this romantic relationship. There's things that they're waiting on. They're like, oh, well, I'll do that when I'm with my twin. And it's like, no, honey, you're not going to get you to until you do that shit.
Yes, absolutely. So to your point, everything is topsy-turvy on this journey. Like, we grow up thinking, oh, when it comes, then I'll leave. When I get the money, then I'll change jobs. When my twin flame comes, then I'll move, or then I'll move into this house. Do not put brakes on anything. It's the reverse. You have to take those leaps, leap of faith, leap year. We'll get to that. Yep. But you have to jump first, not knowing where you're going to land, because universe, God, your angels will carry you and show you once you've made that leap, the conscious choice and decision to make those changes. So I have a lot of clients who will get the guidance or intuition to either move to a new city or change jobs, but the job they truly want is in another, let's say, country or city from their twin flame. And they're like, well, I can't leave. My twin flame is here, da, da, da. And I'm like, you have to leave, because they're guiding you to, you guys need to shift the energy in your connection. Yes. And then it's actually guiding you guys together. Although physically in your ego and your panic is saying, no, no, we're moving apart. My twin flame would never move there. My twin flame would never do that. You're not seeing what, you know, God universe is seeing. So anytime you pray for something or ask for something, let's say is, I want to be with my twin flame in a loving relationship, the universe will bring up everything. It's like the dead bodies in water. They'll bring up everything you need to clear in order to get closer to that unconditional loving connection that you're asking for. So that may mean move, or that may mean change jobs, leave the ex, clear the energy, you know, it may look like that.
You may have to end the marriage, or you may need to, you know, finally stop eating junk food, or you may need to, you know, you may need to start that natural holistic practice. You know, it's like, the thing is that we have to do the things that we were waiting to do with them. We have to do it now. And it's so key. And it's so key to always be looking for that resistance within yourself. Where are you not showing 100% love to you? Where are you not catering for you first?
Yeah. And also, because we had a signs and synchronicities questions, you guys. So you're getting signs and synchronicities. Like a lot of my folks would be like, oh, I wish I could hear my intuition like you do, or this and that. And I was like, you do, just listen to it. But it may be coming through in a way you don't think. So when you randomly have an idea, that's your intuition guiding you. Yes, go to this store, or go to this job, next job, go interview, go move. So signs and synchronicities, you're getting them not only from your own angels to guide you or confirm that you're on the right path, you're also, your twin flames higher self, their 5D self, is also guiding you by sending you very specific, either through music, number signs, their name, or people just talking to you randomly who have their name. Those are signs from your twin flames higher self, saying, one, they're thinking of you, you're on the right path, you're on the path to union, so follow that. So that's two parts of what signs and synchronicities about what to do when you're in physical separation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got two things then. One was, when you're seeing the numbers, think about what was it that you were thinking at the time that you saw the numbers, because they're trying to give you the confirmation. That was the first one. There was something else. My angels just had it. They've been doing this lately. I try and remember everything at once. They give me them at 2 at a time. So that was the numbers. What was the last thing you just said? It might bring it back.
That it's specific from your twin flame, or their name, or like images, music, that they're guiding you on the next steps or where to go.
Yeah, no, this happened on the other live as well. I literally I got it. You'll laugh when I say what it is. Basically, with us and our angels, they do not speak in a loudspeaker. Hi, this is your angel speaking. We would like to inform you to stand up and walk to the refrigerator. That's not what they sound like, guys. It is subtle. I'm like in the bathroom putting body lotion on, and I start hearing, this is the manifestation meditation you need to do on Tuesday. And I'm like, huh? And I have to catch it.
Yeah.
Go, okay, I'm listening. And then they tell me, I'm like, okay, got it. And then normally I message whoever it is that's relevant to it. So with Pardis, I actually left her a message at 1 o'clock in the morning. I had earplugs in and I was in the middle of doing a sneeze. I was sneezing. I sneezed at the beginning. Yes. Then I told her, and then I sneezed again, and then I went back to sleep. So just understand, guys, don't expect, as it gets to the point where I am now, where I can literally see them and hear them, and I can see their expressions and their silly little movements and whatever they're doing, because remember, my angels are very silly billies, like extra silly. They're like cherubims. They're the lowest of the angels, so they're just kind of like they're like interns.
That's so cute.
So yeah, basically what I'm saying is, don't expect your intuition to be so clear and so loud. Really understand that any feeling that you're getting is likely your intuition, unless it comes from fear. And the best way to identify between higher self and ego, obviously I teach this in-depthly in my program, but higher self sounds bored most of the time, and it's very repetitive and it's very calm, whereas the ego is very passionate and it changes its mind, but it has a certain feeling that it's trying to make you feel. So if it wants you to feel disappointed, it will try saying all different things to get you to that place, whereas the higher self will just say the same thing in a bored tone, like, go upstairs, call your friend Sally, la la la. It just, that's what it does. Whereas this one's like, call Sally, call Sally, call Sally. You need to call Sally. Why don't you call Sally? You no one likes you because you haven't called Sally. That's what the ego will be like. So it's being differentiate. But I know differentiating is hard. So the way to do it is obviously to do the work to clear the food away so that the ego has no food, so it goes a bit quieter, and then be educated about it, and then it makes it easier for the higher self to come through.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I was trying to think, there was another one I wanted to cover with them. Let me see. We covered their questions, signs and synchronicities. Just, you guys, if you are in physical separation, that's the other thing I was going to say, because the telepathy, you guys have telepathy with them. So a lot of people think you can just stop thinking about them or get over it and this and that. Like, don't get upset or beat up on yourself if they're constantly on your mind. You know, this is part of the journey. Like, I've like known my twin flame for 3 years, and there hasn't been one day he hasn't been on my mind. Like, in the beginning, it was way more constant and I didn't know what was going on. Like, now I know what it is. So it's a mix of things. Like, either they're thinking of you and they'll pop in your mind, or you're thinking of them. You're like tuning into one another. Don't try to push that away, but always try to keep like love in the connection. Like, if you're mad at them or upset about something, do what Amelia said, like work on your forgiveness, work on your healing, work on that. Don't bring it into the connection. Really just talk to them as if they're there with you. Be very loving with them, like what you want your life to look like with them. Like in the beginning, when I'd go on walks with my dog, like it was almost as if my twin flame was holding my hand. I'd just like have this dream-like vision of them, you know? If something had happened that triggered me, upset me, yeah, maybe I wouldn't have those moments, but I wouldn't like send negative energy either. I knew it was me being triggered by something in my past that my twin flame is now bringing up. So I do those rage letters, or I clear my energy. But again, don't try to push them out of your mind. Just flip the script and make sure it's positive.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for me, it's 11 years, guys.
Wow.
Mine's 11 years, but met in 2009. He put a song out about me in 2011 to get me to come back. I did come back. And then for anyone who doesn't know, he's quite a famous music industry person. And then in 2013, I think, was the last time he tried again to be with me. And I was the runner, so I ran again, and then it was only 2 years ago that I literally found out officially. Like, he told me we were soulmates the day we met. You can imagine, my friend was a pretty sharp cookie, you know. So he told me when we met, it was me that had all this growth to do, and obviously I've been doing it for the last 11 years. And yeah, so the thing is that I'm getting a very clear message. It's something I covered once before, but I don't think many people have heard this, and that is that when you think of your twin right now, girls, think of him. Think of your twin right now, and make sure that the feeling that you have is one of admiration.
Yeah.
And it's key. Just pause, everybody. If you're feeling anything on the scale of like nice words but not nice words, if you're feeling anything below admiration, there's still some work to do. If you're still, well, he needs to fucking hurry up. Well, he needs to sort his life out. Well, he needs to, that's not the energy we want, girls.
Right.
We got to get to the place of admiration. And you can be in admiration if he's in a marriage still. You can be in admiration if he just lost his job and he doesn't know quite what he's doing with his life. You can be in admiration, but admiration is what we want. Yeah,
and to touch on that also, to what Amelia is saying, don't limit your twin flame. Have the admiration, but when you're envisioning your dream life, don't limit yourself or your twin flame by seeing them as who they are now or who they were when you last saw them. Like, if you want a dream life and you want to have babies with your twin flame and you want to live here with them, you want to go out on dates, this romantic life, have that dream vision. That's the vision board. You want to like have that. Don't stop yourself and be like, no, well, my twin flame is always like this. My twin flame would never do that. My twin flame this.
Because he's resolving any of these personality traits as well. Because, you know, guys, personality traits are normally just childhood wounds that haven't been fixed. Yeah. So all of those things are going to be gone. And so picture him in his prime. Picture him in his in his peak, and and just truly happy. And just truly happy and truly accomplished and truly fulfilled, and that's what you will both be. And I think that's the key. I think that the key, though, is to source out any of these emotions that are anything less than admiration, because I really feel that was something I was told like 2 weeks ago. I was given clear guidance. I did a live about it, and it was just literally the word admiration. Because whenever you think of him, if it's anything other than that, then you're actually pushing him away.
Yes, absolutely. And then I want to touch on the runner thing, because it's one of the posts I did on Instagram as well, because I had my runner phase, but majority of the time I was the runner, even though it may not look like it to you guys. Like, let's say in the 3D, if you're like, well, my twin flame's not calling me, my twin flame's not doing this, they're with someone else. That's not really what I mean by the runner. It's the fears and insecurities that really pop up, where on my end, I was like, well, no, he's the guy. He should be doing this. He's the man. Like, he should be pursuing me. I've already called. He should be calling me. I've already made it clear how I feel. He should be this. That's all ego, you guys. So this connection, to Amelia's point, has no room for ego. This is an unconditionally loving, divine connection. So again, when we're in our ego state, it's saying drop into, clear your energy for a weekend, for a week. And then once you do that, a lot of the times for me, I cleared the past so much that my intuition came in, was like, no, girl, you're the one that needs to reach out to him. And I was like, mother effer. Like, so I realized I was the runner because of ego. And I would joke and be like, I swear I was Cleopatra in another lifetime, because I was like, they need to come to me. But do you know what I mean? Like, clear whatever. Yes. This is where we connect.
He was Mark Anthony.
No, but that's what I mean. We're so used to, like, growing up in society saying the guy needs to do this, the girl has to do that. You have to be courted. You have to be pursued. If you do this, you look needy. You look desperate. You have to. And my friends, luckily at the time, like, bless their hearts, they were in my ear about it and be like, drop into your heart. You're being ego. And I would call them and be like, you guys, I'm in ego. I need help.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was a real runner. The first words out my mouth, when my twin grabbed my arm, I walked past him in a club. He grabbed my arm, and I went, "Get the fuck off my arm." That was the first words, and everything from then. He's like, "Let's do this. Let's do this." No.
Yeah.
Why don't you come with me back to America? No. Why? I've got shit to do. Do you have shit to do? No. I just was running. I just was so scared because the love he was offering was so scary, because it was so fucking amazing, and I just did not know how to cope with it. I just didn't know. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. I'd never felt such overwhelming love. And as a result, obviously, his job was to activate me. He clearly did a good job. And, you know, and the thing that I've just been told to bring up, only briefly, though, is we have to remember the reason for this, guys. Let's remember the reason we're on this journey. It's actually because we're here to bring in the 5D. It's because we're actually the people that God sent down here to anchor the energy, and we are to heal ourselves, and while we heal ourselves, they heal themselves. And then when we come together, we're like these healing superheroes, and there's just going to be all these healing couple superheroes on the planet, and the whole planet is just going to go boom, and it's going to be amazing. That's who we are.
And I think we had a comment earlier asking too, you guys, if you've met your twin flame and you're on this call, or you know what the twin flame journey or term is, you're meant to be with your twin flame. So it wasn't like, hey, meet your twin flame, see you in another lifetime. That's not what it's about. No. So, and you only have one twin flame, twin meaning, again, 1, 2, or whatever. You only have one twin flame. So really, when that confusion sets in, or the fear, the doubt, get back into your heart. And again, you may get triggered by friends who don't understand the journey, or maybe other healers who are not twin flames may trigger you because they may interpret it differently, not meaning to, because unless you're on this journey and have felt this connection, you cannot put it inside this box. Does that make sense? Because you've never felt a connection like that, that passion, that pull. I mean, there's physical side effects to it because you're connected at every chakra with them, on top of the telepathy. You feel if they have chest pain or heart pain, or if they have a headache, you feel it. If they have insomnia, you feel it. So it's hard to explain that to friends and family and other folks. So don't try to explain yourself. When I say come out of the twin flame closet, like what I did tell everyone, like, you know, from friends, family, coworkers, everything. To even, I told my twin flame about twin flames, and did he look at me like I was crazy? Yes, he did. But did it stop me? No. Because you're speaking your truth, you're speaking your journey, and it doesn't matter if they hear you, understand it, this and that. Sometimes you're meant to share things to wake them up. So don't be afraid to, like, be yourself and speak your truth and share your emotions with them. And it's also the fastest way to know who your soul tribe is, and to clear out any friends, family, folks who don't get you. Does that make sense? Not in a bad way, but if they don't understand you,
Because again, this is all about frequency and freedom and frequency, you know, so you have to reach the highest frequency on your own by your damn self. My egos.
Yes.
Sorry, I said my ego, my angels. That was a weird Freud.
That was weird. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll analyze that one later. But yeah, so basically, free your damn self is the key thing, is that we all need to free our damn selves. There was something else. We're going to probably be going to the meditation in a minute. So just one more reminder about your videos as well, because obviously anyone who feels like they need more, and then anybody that's not aware of the Empress Evolution, it's a community that was divinely guided. It was set up in 10 days. We have 1,400 members. We are a female army of love and light, consisting purely of divine feminines, and we all work for free, voluntarily, and it's the whole goal and reason behind the community is purely so that girls can find their soul sisters, so that women can find other women that can support them through this journey, because only people that have done this journey can do it. And also to even meet other readers, if they're readers, to meet readers that are on the journey. Only go to readers, only go to coaches that are of a higher vibration than you. People that are of a lower vibration will lead you astray and lead you wrong by mistake. It won't be something that they're doing like on purpose. It will just happen. They can't help it. So be very, very aware of where you seek advice. Okay, it's really important. I've been told to say something a little bit scary, and that is, like, you know, even people using pendulums, be a little bit wary of that, guys, because remember the Ouija board, which is 4D, which is negative, that's all done with physical movement. So you need to make sure you really, really shoot up high for where you're going to get your guidance and your advice, because the thing is, you have to understand how precious we are. Like big chunks of like gold nuggets, all of us, and we're precious, and the darkness really has a lot of interest in us. So we have to be very careful of where we put our energy and what we trust, and so on and so forth, you know?
No, absolutely. And then to your point, the videos, I'll send you the information after so you could post on Empress, you guys. But if you have any questions about I'm in physical separation, what do I do? My twin is with a karmic, what do I do? What is twin flames? Have I met mine? There's so much, there's 10 videos, you guys, and I'm sorry, I don't have the episode list in front of me to tell you each one, but if you go on my Etsy page, it'll let you know the title of each episode. So right now on my Instagram page, the link is in my,
the link is in her bio right now. Oh, do you want to do your big announcement just before I do the meditation?
Which one?
The announcement that you already have on your Instagram, but just
I was like, which one? So you guys, I was already in Namaste mode again, what I said, and I was already, since I'm going to be working on my writing, my blogs and stuff, I was planning an exit already, and bless her heart, Amelia, like, brought the importance of this channel over. So for me, leap year for sure, I'm going to be taking down my page. I'm so blessed to have this platform to connect with you guys every Monday, 5:55 Eastern through the end of March, you guys. That's why we're like boot camp. This is limited time. Make sure to tune in. And then also, again, you'll have access to my videos on Etsy, and I will still be doing personal readings for my clients, any new clients that want to join on. If you do come after watching this series, please let me know, you met me on here through Amelia as well. So I will be taking personal clients, but beyond that, I will be focusing again on my new chapter. And what I said, those who have followed me forever on YouTube, you guys have to follow this guidance. In that little short period, everything's going to be a little temporary, you guys. They're going to guide you to a job maybe for 1 or 2 months, a city for like 6 months, one project for a few months. You have to really trust your intuition and follow it, because it's leading you to union with your twin flame. So the fear is going to set in, but get a coach.
I was just told something funny. They said if you're going to do something and the people of lower vibration in your life disagree with it, you're on the right track.
It's so true. It's so true, though.
This is her speaking her talk, this is like take the leap, so she is taking the leap, and we're going to do this meditation just at the end here about the leap. And then again, a lot of the girls watching are my clients already. They're already in my program, or they're graduates. But if anyone's watching that is not one of my clients, then do feel free to book a free call with me, so that myself or one of my coaches can give you that one-to-one advice and help you come up with a plan. And if you're not a fit for us, I do have a lovely lady called Janet in Ireland who I recommend for ladies that aren't really a fit for myself. Like, we're going to help you regardless. So that's, you know, I just want you to know it's possible. And you just go to my personal page, Amelia Happiness Guru, and click the link in the bio. And as you go through, you watch the training. Below that is a button that says book a free call. Click that and it will just organize everything for you. It's really simple.
And that's why I was successful on the journey, you guys, because I didn't sit and watch those weekly forecasts or anything else on YouTube channels and Instagram where they would say unions coming, your twins doing this and that. I was like, what is going on in my personal journey and how can I change that and remove emotional blocks? Yes, it doesn't happen overnight, but get in gear, you guys. Make shit happen. Change your, life.
Yeah, exactly. Me and her are just so funny. It's so funny because me and her swear a lot, so we're actually trying to minimize our swearing, because if we both swear at the same time, it could be like shockingly amount of swearing. There was one other thing I was just being told to say regarding manifestation. Please understand that a lot of things have a 6-month delay. So, like my apartment now, 6 months ago, I put a post up with pictures of all this holographic stuff, all this iridescent stuff. And I was like,
I love it.
This is my, what my new apartment will look like. And then 6 months later, I had it. The same thing happens on the twin flame journey. If you okay, I need to establish my own business first. You may have to actually not just start it and then be like, where is it? You should be here now. No. You might have to go 6 months in, or even 6 months in, now you start actually breaking even and you're making enough money that you can actually travel and relax. 6 months after that might be when it goes up. But understand, it's about you guys. It's about you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so
go ahead,
guys. So I hope everybody's ready. And I would like everyone just to close their eyes. I'm going to hit my singing bowl just for extra energy. Okay, it's a little shift there in the energy. So I've been told about this meditation, and I think the reason it needed to happen at the end is that a part of this is going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. But trust me, because then it's going to feel really, really, really comfortable and exciting. So it's very important that you understand I'm taking you on a journey, okay? So I'd like everybody to close their eyes now. And I'd like everybody to think of something in their life that they know that they're meant to take a leap on, but they have simply been too scared, or they have come up with excuses, or a series of distractions have taken place just to stop them from making this move. I want you to get really, really focused on exactly what it is. I feel like everybody's got it now. I've just been given the number 12 for some reason. There's a lady where the number 12 is important. But everybody should have that thing clear in their mind now. I believe that this live has triggered a few ideas in people, whether it's to do with the job, leaving the marriage, moving abroad, or something. So now what I want you to do is, this is the part that might feel a little bit for a minute, but I've got your hand. We're both holding your hands. So what I want you to do is I want you to stand on a choice point, and I want you to look to the left, and there's a path. This path is the path if you do not take this leap. And I want you to walk down that path, and I want you to walk 6 months into the future, and I want you to see what your life looks like if you do not take this leap. And again, remember, I'm with you, I love you, you're fine. But I'd like you to walk down, and in 6 months, picture what life is like if you do not take the leap. And now I want you to take it to 12 months. 12 months if you do not take this leap, and life continues in a route that maybe isn't what you want. Now we're going to take a quick glimpse at 18 months. We're only going to be there for a second because I know it's uncomfortable. I know. So just have a glimpse at 18 months, and now we're going to walk back to the 12, back to the 6, and back to the choice point, back where we are now. Just stay there for a minute, guys. Take a breath. Now I would like you to envisage you taking the leap right now and looking at what life looks like in 6 months' time. I want you to be there. I want you to see the difference. I want you to feel the lightness in your shoulders. I want you to feel the smile all the way in your chest, up your neck, to your throat, your jaw. It goes all the way up to your temples, this smile. I want you to feel and see the difference in your life because you took this leap and it worked out well. You trusted God, you trusted the process. Now I want you to go to 12 months. Oh my God, now I can literally feel it tingling up all around my third eye. But it's literally, I want you to feel it. I can feel tingles up my back and everything. But picture 12 months from now, and now 18 months. At 18 months, like literally you're all grinning now. It's like 18 months is seriously fun. So 18 months, you can see it. So now I just want you to anchor that feeling. I want you to squeeze your right hand. And I want you to just anchor into your right hand that feeling that you're getting at 18 months. I want you to just feel that excitement and squeeze your hand. I want you to feel that excitement times 10 and then squeeze your hand. I want you to feel the excitement times 10 more, like, fun. And squeeze your hand. And now let's very carefully, you can release your hand and we'll slowly walk back to the 12, the 6, and back to the choice point. And now I'd like you to take a couple of breaths. We'll take 3 breaths. And you can open your eyes. And I want everybody to realize that that is the impact that you can have on your own life. Just you, just. I'm just going to do a goodbye one. Hopefully, Pardis will jump in. This is just to say goodbye. We've done the full hour, and I just want to. I don't like being cut short. I like to make sure I tell everybody that I love them and things first. So let me just see if Pardis is in here. No, not yet. Let's just see. She might. If she doesn't pop back, I will just say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure. I just love to have an official goodbye, that's all. My angels are saying I don't need to worry. I don't need to worry about her jumping back on unless she literally appears this second. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed the meditation. I want you to hold that and I want you to take action, and I want you to understand that this is a leap year on Friday and this only happens every 4 years. So I want you to leap. I want you to leap, leap, leap. Okay, guys? And yeah, everyone's saying they're crying. It's some strong stuff. Now just go and make it happen. Okay, guys? I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I will see you soon. Okay, take care.